This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Fielded in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Daniel. And down goes Daniel. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Daniel flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Did a nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's running early on. It didn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And again, this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They run the counter. Here's Woods, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 37.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Daniel, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. There you go, that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was affected, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll leave the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up auspicious start that they were hoping to avoid a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if the game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they thought that they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. With success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch stands up in the end zone.
It's up and good. It'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The score, Longhorns 7, Hurricanes nothing. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taking it in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. For their next offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The draw there is incomplete. Intended for number 8.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There were lanes, but the best part, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Daniel. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding them to a short game.
From the shotgun on the 3rd, Daniel. He's got it to go. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake it and fake it. The game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed it, it would have been a long night. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniel. And his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard. Launching one for Henderson. That is incomplete. Oh, he had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, That's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a third down.
The Miami punter out on the field as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. Martin, the return. That goes a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They're coming up on their second drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like a really excellent week in practice. It all came together. Eventually got galvanized.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
There's not much as perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, and score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure it just holds in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Take it at the 15, a short kick. And Armin's here, he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
There's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've been poor, right? Turnover, he just noted it.
It's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A good pickup there. 8 yards in the first down completion.
At the 44-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Longhorns 14, Hurricanes nothing.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Langford. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Daniel. Right side catch, Gilmore.
Daniel's foul.
A gain of 6 there on first. Gilmore, not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Woods, down to 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, yeah, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. On third and short, they'll try option left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Well, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on third down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessful.
Miami field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
I think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a first down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
At their own 17-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try rolling for that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second and 2. They run the counter. It's Woods. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing on third down, Daniel. He's going to be driven down. The Miami punter out on the field, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking right around the 34. There'll be 37 yards there on the clock.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a first and 10, Texas. On the carry, this is Pierce. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard of a pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
But sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. There's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He was letting this one go for 4. And it's caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Big play there. 45 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And it is now 21-0.
Exodus more. Longhorns 21. Hurricanes nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And what do you think on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back. Just a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Daniel. Running back complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniel. And his throw here is incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Daniel. And before the 2nd down play, we're going to whistle a signal and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Daniel. That's Woods. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Longhorns 21, Hurricanes nothing.
winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Slater on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now back to throw. He's letting this one go for 30. That's caught inside the 20. He'll take this in for a one-run touchdown. Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. That's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for a hat trick here. As this one continues to go.
Hurricanes nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Take it in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will begin at the 25-yard line.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about all your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And off the option, he'll try and run with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Daniel going to throw on 4th and 1.
That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. Pierce. To the 20 before he's dropped. That will be for 14 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run here with Pierce. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's to the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The bit of Freddie offense versus his own defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try to answer that first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well, no gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's the option coming down to the left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up the third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This kick is gone. And now we just have 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Credit the defense, too, to make sure that happens, because that's the bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to, and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Join me
He's going to go the other way. The defense has it. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's letting this one go for 4. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. Great shot picking that up in the end zone. And now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
It would. I like it there because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what is symptomatic?
Yeah, I like that. Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple on 1st and 3rd down.
Daniel. Not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. This time is now a run out on this third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They come up short here on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. The Longhorns offense has not missed a beat, and that Texas fan base, it is large, it is loud, it is proud, and they can start to smell it now. They are about to be headed for a national title game as they start out on this drive here, 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left.
Longhorns touchdown. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense played at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. An extra point forthcoming. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Hurricanes, nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Rolling on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Daniel. Pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see a totally good body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun. Daniel, big hold of the 30. That's Johnson. Yeah, he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Daniel on 1st down. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. Daniel's back. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Yeah, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Daniel. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Daniel throwing again. Incomplete.
Intended for number 15.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The punter out on the field as he's on here to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you told me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense. They know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball up yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. As he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's got his man on the out route. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Gain of 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The 1st down throw for Daniel.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniel. The domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they really struggle to make headway through the air.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The end result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
He's taken down, reaching the 10-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. They actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run. Martin. He is in. Touchdown. Longhorns. 10-yard touchdown run. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
There's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Take it in the end zone. And we'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waiting moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Daniel. Goes for the right side here. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Incomplete.
Forced to the ground. And
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Miami punter out on the field as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
he was taken down at the
We got a play to catch.
So on the strength of 4 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Texas Longhorns are moving on to play for a national title.